I was so much younger then. That's better late than ever. Where was that? Yes, so basically, where I left off, I got married in a castle near a dinosaur park. I did think about getting out of the church, the typical way. But I don't know, just me and religion aren't always best friends, We actually went to the church one time, looking for a venue, and the priest said, "Remember, my son, the Lord is here to save our souls." Okay, which arseholes does he want to save first? And you make a big thing like with comedy and religion, kind of say you shouldn't joke about God or something like that. There's that big thing, isn't it? But actually, I think God has a very good sense of humour, and I actually got proof of that. Because you think, have you heard of this picture, this portrait called "The Creation of Adam"? If you don't know it, it's basically a portrait. You may have seen it, but not know what it's called. And it's a portrait of Adam on the ground pointing to God, and God, from the sky pointing down there. And the thought that came to mind was, what was God thinking about when he was posing for that picture? I mean, just like, Adam. And I wish before I carry on with this joke, I wish they'd shut up about happy birthday. Anytime now! Don't fuck for that, now we can get on with the joke. Okay. Adam, pull my finger. Why? You question the word, you almighty. No. Pull my finger. Oh, the big bang! Oh, you told for that. Yes, very good, God, very good. Yeah, just as funny as it was the 660 billionth time you did that joke. I know, it never gets old. But also I should mention, since then I've moved out of Caerphilly. Since I got married, I don't live in Caerphilly anymore. I moved to Rhondda and Taff. I did to. I didn't tell you which bit of Rhondda and Taff I was living. To be more precise, I live in a part of Rhondda and Taff called Church Village, which yes, as you can gather, is the perfect place for an atheist to live. But I should tell you, we live in an estate, and it's actually a very, the estate we live in is quite a quiet, peaceful, nice little estate, whereas the estates around are very noisy and rowdy, and you can actually hear them from our house. You can actually hear them. They're like you can hear them at night going, "You fuck off! You fuck off! Give me the junk! I'll smash your fucking face in!" Honestly, who'd have thought a primary school could be so noisy? Honestly, But also, I should mention that also other things have changed. Like, for instance, I actually got a dog. Sorry, bastards. But anyone else got dogs? You got dogs? Yeah.
I got a lizard.
You got a lizard.
Snakes.
Just wondering, do you play fetch with them by any chance?
Mine's not a dog, he's in my neck. You go after looks.
But I got a dog, and she's sort of a crossbreed. And because you've heard of crossbreeds, haven't you? Like a Labrador and Poodle is a Labradoodle in there. A Cock Spaniel and a Poodle is a Cockapoo. And a Bulldog and a Shih Tzu is Bullshit. Well, you get the idea. Actually, someone once told me they had a dog which was a cross between a Cocker Spaniel and a Bulldog. It was just a cock and bull story, really. But actually, I once had a neighbour who had a dog, and I love dogs. I love them to bits. But he was so annoying, honestly. He strutted around like he owned the place. He tried to shag my leg. He pissed on my leg. He shat in my front garden and rolled around the shit just to make a point of it. Honestly. Who? I don't know how the dog puts up with him, honestly. I'm being tempted. But anyway, and also, I mean, like, you know, things have changed in my life as well, you know, as I'm growing up and getting to the ripe old age of the 30s. But, sometimes I wonder if, you know, I should be a dad, you know, I should have kids and, yeah, thank you for the vote of confidence. But yeah, I wonder, and I've often spoken to my wife, you know, about it, like, and we said, like, you know, if we ever, you know, we do a lot of stuff, don't we? I mean, we wouldn't be able to do half the stuff we do if we had a kid. I mean, what would we do if we had a kid? It's like, we could, but honestly, what could we do, you know, in our lives, you know, with a kid? And it's just, we can take it to the zoo. No, they won't have a cage big enough for it. But also, actually, you should mention where I live. There's a lot of countryside. I do travel a lot as well, and I learn a lot from my travels. And we did science and nature in the quiz, and I like learning about science and nature and the things around. For instance, I found out that bees that produce honey are called honeybees, and bees that produce milk are called boobies. I learned a lot from my travels as well. I learned that, for instance, I've learned that Essex in the east, Sussex in the south, Wessex in the west, and Norsex is sadly what I seem to be getting nowadays. Yeah, it's just a joke. I hope. But also, there's a place I want to go in the world. So I like to travel and see the world. In fact, there's a waterfall, a special kind of waterfall, between North America and Canada, where apparently if you drink the water from this waterfall, you get an erection. It's actually called Viagra Falls. Yeah, and I just, yeah, I don't know. But also, I also think I think about, you know, fatherhood, but also I think about when you wonder, you know, when you're in love with someone, you wonder as you get older, do you find you're as much of a lover as you used to be? You know, and it does concern everyone as you're getting older. I mean, I remember one time I went on holiday with my wife, you know, for like, you know, an anniversary sort of thing, and we were at a place where there was a cocktail bar. And remember, I went up to the cocktail bar person, and they were like, "Oh, what should I go on like cocktail? Oh, any in particular? No, I'll go for anything. Just I'll have a cocktail. Oh, do you like sex on the beach? Well, it's all right, but the crowds keep pinching my bum." But anyway, that night, I gotta tell you, there was a lot of moaning and groaning and screaming and asking for more and gagging for more. And I gotta tell you something. They were the noisiest neighbours we've ever encountered in our lives. I mean, like, I don't know what was going on next door, but let's just say, I think the woman next door was a bit like the weather outside today. Extremely wet with plenty more to come. But, and even like, you know, honestly, just to distract ourselves, we even tried to turn up the volume on the telly just to distract ourselves from the noise next door. Like, I'm just like, okay, just watch something, just to get our minds off it. What's on? Open all hours? I bet she is. But just like, you know, But anyway, after things calmed down a bit, I thought I'd ask my wife this important question. Love, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be honest with me. What am I like as a lover? She took her time with this answer, by the way. I had a lot to think about there. So 9 hours later, and I know it was 9 hours because I was watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy while I was waiting. But 9 hours later, she came up with an answer. To be honest, Rich, I'd say you're warm. You think I'm warm? Yes, in fact, I would say you are the dictionary definition of the word warm. So much, I was quite boosted up with confidence for that one, you know, going out saying, "Hey babe, bet you want a piece of this, look, I'm warm. Hey, who'd say no to this body, because I'm warm, I am, you know, just fancy some warm stuff, because I'm warm." So basically, then we came back, and first thing I did, we got back home, was I pulled out a dictionary, and I looked up the dictionary definition of the word warm. Warm. Not that cool and not that hot anymore. But that's okay, because I have a trick. Apparently, they say that in terms of sex, food helps with sex. Sometimes it's good to use food when it comes to sex. And I know the perfect thing to spice things up: curry. I'm going to use curry, or as I like to call it, the Kama Sutra. So, yeah. And I thought as well, because to spice things up tonight, I thought I would show off my talents, not just as an actor, not just as a comedian, but as a musician as well. So, yes, I'm a man of many talents. And I'm working on the burp song, but I'm afraid I haven't got around to that yet. But I thought I'd do a special song for you tonight. And this is a song, I decided to write a song talk about all the great things that Keir Starmer has done for us. Oh, hold on a minute. I'll get back to that one. But I just thought maybe I should end on some kind of musical note, I thought. So before I finish, I just want to say I want to say some thank yous, I do. I want to say thank you to my pot plants for always rooting for me. I want to say thank you to my wife and my family and my friends for egging me on. But most importantly, I want to say a massive thank you to Karen over here for filming this set and also for getting me involved in doing this comedy feed tonight. And to show how much I appreciate you, Karen, I decided to do a short song about you. Karen, hope you liked it.
Amazing, Rich. Your best one yet.
Thank you. So, Matt, I thank you very much. And on that note, shall we get on?